I'm here at my studio, Sacred Shimmy Studio in Columbus, Ohio. And I'm coming at you today in, let's see, I hope you can see, these are spiderweb leggings, because it's like not 90 degrees in Columbus, Ohio, so even though it's only late August, I'm just ready to believe that it's fall. I hope you can go along with me that. And I'm coming at you with a really old Sacred Shimmy shirt today. This shirt is from 2012 when we had our 10-year anniversary, and now it's our old Sacred Shimmy shirt, which is delightful to me in my heart. And I'm coming at you today in lipstick because it was really hard for me to come to the studio and make myself practice today because it's rainy and I wanted to sit on the couch. But here I am, I made it, so that's a victory, that's a win. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about musicality because it's a word that I'm now hearing getting thrown around in the ATS community a lot. And I kind of stand at an interesting intersection between being a dancer and a musician. I started learning music in the 5th grade when I started playing the violin, and then I played double bass in the orchestra, and then I played bass in the jazz band, and then it was the 90s, and it was hip to be a female bass player, so I was in an alternative rock band, and then I was in a 1930s and 40s old-timey band, and now I drum and play accordion in the troupe. So that's a lot of music stuff that's been washing around my brain. And then I started working with dance when I was about 18, and I went through a really bad breakup, and my mom was like, why don't you go to this interpretive dance class that's being held at the rec center? And I was like, well, what do they do in that? And she was like, well, they say be a tree, and then everybody tries to dance like a tree. And I was like, okay, that's cool, I can give that a try. So that was kind of the beginning of my dance career, unless you count dancing to Cyndi Lauper, which I definitely count. So I guess it goes back much, much farther than that. Anyway, so what I wanted to think about today is we have this kind of weird concept in ATS about slow being arrhythmic, right? And I feel like that word is a little bit of a misnomer because most of our slow rhythms actually are rhythmic, but the way that we choose to dance them isn't necessarily in connection with the rhythm. And that puts us at an interesting point because one of our goals as dancers is to interpret and represent in our bodies the music that we're hearing, right? That's kind of the whole deal. That's what we're doing here, right? At least in theory. I don't know, maybe you're doing something else, and if so, go on, be your bad self. But if we want to represent the music that we're hearing, but we know that we're not going to tie our moves together rhythmically with the beats that we're hearing necessarily, then how can we look for ways to connect these two things together so that it doesn't look like the music's happening over here and the dancing's happening over here, and never the twain shall meet. So one famous or really well-known rhythm that you might see people dancing is Chiftetelli. Hi, Melody! Oh yeah, I was going to say, if you guys have questions, I can see you, so if there's stuff that you want to talk about, let me know and we can get into that. So Chiftetelli, one of my favorite personal slow rhythms, and maybe the first one that I ever encountered as a belly dancer. It's an 8-beat rhythm, and it's characterized by having one big sound, like a big bass sound in the beginning, and 2 big bass sounds in the middle, right? So Chiftetelli goes like this. It goes doom, tap, 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 doom, doom, tap. Doom, tap, 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 doom, doom, tap. If you're not familiar with the sounds like doom and tap, those are what drummers use to talk about the specific hand positions and stuff that they're doing, the specific tones that they're trying to create on the drum, right? So we know that when we're dancing ATS, if we want to make a Chiftetelli look like a Chiftetelli, we're not going to go, I'm putting a big X for this, don't go out into the world and say, well, Angie Never said we should be more musical. This is what we're not going to do. We're not going to go doom, tap, 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 doom, doom, tap, right? And there's a lot of reasons for that. One, it's weird, right? It doesn't kind of match with our dance form, which is a little trancy. 2, it'd be really hard to follow, right? That might make sense to me in my head, but it might not make sense to the person behind me, right? So we have to look for other ways or other moves that might help us show off the rhythm that we're hearing. And one move that I think is really good for that when you're looking at Chiftetelli is strong arm. right? Because strong arm has this incredible kind of 3-part arm thing that goes 1, 2, 3. Now I'm only using a count here. Everybody knows, you all know out there, that there's no specific count to strong arm, but what I kind of want to identify is these energetic moments in the move, right? That we have this as an energetic moment, this as an energetic moment, and then this as an energetic moment, right? Energetic moment, perhaps that's a yoga teacher, hippy-dippy way of saying things, but to me it feels like big moments in the course of this movement, right? So if we're looking at a rhythm like Chiftetelli, which goes doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack, and we know that strong arm has these 3 big energetic moments, then maybe we could tie those together. So what if we consider going doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack. Then we're here, we still have another Chiftetelli, which could go doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack. Now I haven't laid counts over the strong arm, right? I'm just trying to put together the idea that I'm hearing these strong sounds in the music, I've got these big energetic moments in the movement, and why not connect the 2 of those together? Right? So just to show you that again with the idea of Chiftetelli, you could go doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack. Now what you might see people do sometimes is start the strong arm on the 1 of the Chiftetelli, and I should go and say right here that none of these are wrong. It's not like the way that you're doing your strong arm in relationship to your Chiftetelli is wrong. I'm just interested in looking at ways that we can build connections in our dance, that we can make our dance more musical and more responsive to what we're hearing, right? Who's there? Excited about trying this? Hi Penny, I'm excited for you to try it too. Okay, so if we try it on the 1, right, which is kind of the second idea, not my favorite, but let's just see what it looks like. We could be going doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, 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 tack. And this is why I don't like this version, because now I have a doom, doom, tack and nothing to do, right? I have to fill that up with something else. I have to fill it up with a toxine. I have to fill it up with a body wave, something like that, right? Hey, Valerie. Okay, I'll just keep preaching since that's what you want, right? So what if we have the cue for strong arm, right? One of our turn cues for the 2 strong arm variations, right? We can fit that in that first 4 beats of the Chiftetelli, right? So we can go doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack, doom, tack, 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 doom, doom, tack. And then that move fits really perfectly into the Chiftetelli and shows off to the audience or whoever we happen to be dancing for, shows off I'm hearing the music and I'm responding to the music. Now these 2 things are tied together, right? Let's see. Melody's running off to teach class. Mwah, go have a good class, right? So Valerie likes version 1, right? Me too, right? Where we wait and do the doom, doom, tech with the big sounds of the Chiftetelli. Okay, so let's look at strong arm, the next variation, same idea. If we put the cue in the first half of the Chiftetelli, we can have all the big power parts in the rest of the Chiftetelli. So if we go 6, 7, 8, doom, tech, 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 doom, doom, tech, doom, tech, 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 doom, doom, tech. Really nice, like really powerful movement that connects right there. So I queued up one of my favorite Chiftetellis with no coincidence, right? It just happens to be a sacred Shimmy song, right? It just happens to be a song that I also drum on. So I'm going to use Downtown Uncle Mafufo Chiftetelli. This song was inspired by a time when Zach was spending a lot of time, Zach, my partner and the drummer in Sacred Shimmy, he was spending a lot of time working with Uncle Mafufo's drumming DVD, which is a great DVD because it starts out super simple and lays out foundation, but then it gives you like stuff you could work on for years. So Zach was collecting information from Uncle Mafufo's DVD on Chiftetelli, the section on Chiftetelli, and put those together for a drill song for us, which we ended up just really loving. So I'm going to cue up Uncle Mafufo's Chiftetelli. I'm going to turn the other way. Let me see how far back. So if I go this far back, you'll be able to see me, right? So if you want to dance along, you can, right? Or you can come back and dance along to it later. Or just watch and see how these movements connect when you're trying to put them together. So let me cue up this music. Get the party started. So hear it. Doom, doom, tap. Doom, tap, 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 tap. Doom, doom. Keep saying that to yourself if you want. Okay, let's see. I'm getting the mirror version of these steps. Oh, that's probably kind of funny. That'll make it hard to follow along with later on. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Just kind of like getting you thinking about ways that you can interpret the music that you're hearing with the dance form that we have, right? The dance form that we love. Oh, you like that level change? Hi, Susan. So if that felt elementary to you, like if you just felt like, girl, whatever, I already been working on that for years, I already know what this is all about, then I would encourage you to go to another song that has a different rhythm, right? A 6/8, a Mazmudi, right? A Samai, something like that. Pick another song and investigate for yourself. How can I tie this stuff together? How can I not just be dancer over here and music over here, but how can I really show off that I'm dancing a dance I love and dancing to music I love, and that these two things are deeply connected when we're trying to dance together. This didn't talk anything about fast. We may get into the whole mystery of fast and the idea of phrasing in a future episode, right? Yeah, right. Check back in, right? And I would love to hear in the comments section, like as you guys watch this, I'd love to hear like how this idea sits